Most of you guys have probably heard of the Every Bit Counts challenge. Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead kicks that off every year to make the most of her garden harvest. Well, I love the idea, except that I live in Zone 10A and Jessica's up in Ohio, I think, in Zone 6A. So I don't have much of a garden harvest to work with, but I love a good challenge. So today I thought I'd share with you how I'm going at participating and take you along with me on that, as well as meal prepping from the Bits and Bites bin, which I know is a favorite for a lot of you. So we're going to have a poke at that as well. Here in Southeast Florida, we've had 3 months of high temps and a lot of bug pressure. So most of our gardens have been pulled, and we don't have any kind of a harvest to brag about in August typically. It is the fall planting that is our main growing season. So my first step in this Make Every Bit Counts challenge is to plant more seeds out in my garden. We'll get a good harvest come late October, mid-November. I learned the hard way last year that I should plant the big veggies like broccoli and cabbage, etc., in August, maybe even October, so that they can grow during our coolest temps. And I'm definitely planning on doing that this year. I'm also trying to make the most of the last hurrah on the good prices on the berries. Last week I picked up another 2 pints at Aldi for $1.89. That's the lowest they've been in my area all summer long. I got a pint of strawberries, which I only had a few of, and I got a BOGO on the spinach clamshells at Publix last week. So I want to make the most of all of these. I still have some of the giant blueberries in the fridge from Sprouts haul last week, so I'm going to pop these two in my freezer and stem these strawberries. Those will go in the freezer for a smoothie or whatever down the road. And then I'm going to check out this spinach and assess whether or not it looks like it'll hold up for a day or two longer, hopefully maybe till Monday or Tuesday. And then I will make salads out of it. And my third focus in this challenge will be pulling things out of my refrigerator and my pantry and checking for short dated food and using up anything that is already open, packages of noodles, rice, yada, yada, as well as looking at what I have too much of and trying to focus on using some of that up as often as I can through the fall months. I have a ton of condiments in this pantry that need to be combed through. I need to check the expiration date. And I also have a ton in the refrigerator too, of course. I think we all can say that probably. So I might have to pitch some. We'll see. Hopefully not. I see a lot of marinated meat in my future, that's for sure. With the squally tropical depression trying to be a hurricane, it is definitely not going to be a beach day. So I might as well get into those bits and bites bins and get things done, right? Let's go. If you've been following my channel, you've probably seen my bits and bites bins before. And you know I'm all about making every bit count. But in case you're new to my channel, I use these bits and bites bins to toss in open packages of meats, veggies, snack items, etc., etc. So I am going to go through these bins and meal prep from those today. The fourth point of my focus in making every bit count in August is getting as much eaten as I can from these bins. And I am definitely going through September too, because as you'll see when we get a closer look here, maybe October and November too. So let's have a go at these. The whole point of preserving food and stockpiling things when we find them on sale and hopefully great clearance trifecta deals is to have plenty of food on hand, yes, but also to save as much money as possible. And a big part of that is not wasting food. And especially if you're a rather small family, I went down from feeding 3 for years to 1 recently. So my point here is that part of not wasting food is making the most of every little bit, even if you don't know how you're going to use it at the time. Throw it in a zippy, throw it in the freezer if you've got enough room. Okay, so we're getting down to business now. I'm going to start with the meats bin, but I'm just going to try to get my inspiration for the week's meal prep from this meat bin and jump off from there. So let's go. All right, I like this right on top. Half of a kielbasa sausage. I'm just cooking for one. This is enough for 2 meals for me. And I'll make a big sheet pan. You guys have seen me do that 100 times, but I actually haven't had that in at least 6 weeks. So I'm going to do that. And you know, it is getting late in the game on Saturday afternoon. I haven't had anything to eat today since I had a little cranberry bliss bar with my coffee at dark dawn. So I'm going to make myself some nachos. Veggie burgers. It's hard to get motivated, but you know what? I think I'll make myself a double-decker veggie burger tomorrow afternoon for lunch because I doubt I'm going to be having a wrap at the beach. I can only pray the weather would suddenly and miraculously clear, but yeah, chances are I'm going to be eating veggie burgers at home. This is a steak. You know, something I haven't had in a long time is good old comfort food mac and cheese. And I love to mix a little ham or, you know, something with a good flavor like a sausage in with my mac and cheese as an entree. So I think I might try that this weekend. Oh, yay. This is like a freezer meal prep that I have not cooked yet. I think that is the way to go more often than not when it comes to freezer meal prepping, you know, with a dish like this. Before I even started cooking, I divvied this up a month ago. So you know what? I think I may have that tonight. We'll see. Kind of same thing here. This is a pork stir fry from back in February. But if I'm going to do that beef stir fry, nah, you know, this is enough for at least 2, maybe 3 meals for me. So that's meal prepping. This is one meal on a night that I don't want to cook and I have run out of meal prep. So that's my strategy there. This is like half a can of black beans. And I have cilantro in the fridge that needs to be used up. So I think I will make a kale, black bean, cilantro, corn, yada, whatever else I can dig out here. Kind of salad for the first couple of days at work this week. A few things here. A little bacon. Maybe I'll make some pasta carbonara. That would be another nice dish to have to round out the beef and veggie stir fries. I'm going to leave it in there for now. But I cleared quite a bit of that out. I have defaulted to doing a lot of snacky stuff over the last couple of months. So I am not looking to snack this week. I'm going to stay out of the snacky bin, but for anyone who's new, just to give you a peek-see here, you know, this kind of thing, appetizer-y stuff. That's fruit that goes over there. You know, breaded zucchini, little hot dog bites, a quiche bite. You get the idea. You know, a little kind of like, you know, chocolate bananas. So that's really been nibbled around on. That doesn't need any work. In fact, I need to stay out of that so I can get through more of this, right? So this is sort of my mishmash jib jab that was on the top shelf. I've got 2 bags of quinoa here. So this one I just made last week. I should have put a date on that. And this one I made in June. And somehow it went missing in my egg. So I think what I'll do with my black bean salad idea over there is some quinoa with it. Why not? A couple of English muffins that look really freezer burned worse for the wear. And we'll set those out. Those are probably going to hit the trash. Okay, this is some of that avocado dip or guacamole that I got at Sprouts on like a mega great clearance and threw some in the freezer that day. Some errant ice cubes from my freezer. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, when you tell yourself you know what it is, but no, now I don't. And I don't think I ever put a label on there. Mystery foods, I'm going to thaw that out and do whatever with it. Oh yes, this is perfect. I forgot I had these in here. Woo! Honestly, going through my Meats, Bits, and Bites bin and all these bins is like going on a treasure hunt for me. I know that's goofy, but you know, call it menopausal short-term memory loss. It take but a month of not going through these and I kind of forget what all is in there to the last degree. So yeah, I'm excited. Perfect for the black bean salad. Okay. This is like an asparagus, onion, you know, raw stir fry on clearance at Sprouts. You know, I really just need to get it used up. So I think I'll put that on the meal prep this week. If you saw a prior video, I like to do the 3x3x3 meal prepping. So 3 meats or 3 proteins, 3 veggie sides, and then 3 kind of carby sides. And I got to toss this ice. You guys, we are making bin progress. Okay, this is a bunch of like sauces. This is frozen clam juice. But anyway, I've got a lot of different sauces here with all of those packets of salad dressings that came with the salad kits you saw earlier. I'm not trying to get any sauces out, but the one thing I do want to look for here is some pumpkin marinara. I'm not sure if this is just pumpkin puree. Oh, yeah, I still have some. Perfect. Okay. You guys, I'm so thankful it's August because that means probably by September, hopefully, Aldi will have their pumpkin butternut squash marinara on the shelves again. You guys, I am getting at least 8 jars because I am like, oh, my precious gold. I am down to, I think this is my last package out of 8 bottles that I had purchased. So done with that one. You guys, I have an empty bin. I'm like being blonde over here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I pulled enough food right here to already have one empty bin. Is that awesome? The only thing I'm putting back is this guacamole, which is going in the saucepan. Now on to the fruit bin. This is some rotisserie chicken. So another one for the meats bits and bites bin. Okay, so now let's talk about my fruit bits and bites bin, which is the most prolifically stuffed that I have ever seen. And that's because in the past month or so here in South Florida, it's been blueberry season, I think everywhere. Long story short, I got with it and did some preserving on the first day of August. Jessica, you'd be proud of me. And I put away 2 pints of these blueberries and a pint of strawberries that were really close to not being salvageable, but they were perfectly ripe. I caught them on the perfect spot of do or die. And now I have 4 bags of blueberries. So I also have about 10 ounces in the fridge for the rest of the week. So here's a bunch of strawberries. This really should be in my veggie bin, but I run out of room sometimes. These are leftover lemon risottos. I made a whole box of it, or bag of it, that I'd gotten at Home Goods a while back, and I should have only made half of the package. So I froze a bunch. Silicone muffin cups, you guys. And then I pop one of these when I want one into a glass Tupperware, sprinkle a little water, half a teaspoon or so of butter in there, put the lid on, microwave it on defrost. It comes out almost as perfect as freshly made. So there you go, your tip for saving food. If you're cooking for just yourself or a small family, definitely get yourself a silicone muffin pan if you don't have one yet. Raspberries, a little tiny bit of cranberries. That's it for fresh cranberries until November. So it's a good thing it's almost fall. Oh, I just can't wait. These are blackberries, but I also like to throw the frozen ones in drinks, like a glass of champagne or some sparkling water. And iced tea, I love to throw raspberries, blackberries, and a little bit of blueberries, a slice of orange, fruit it up now that it's getting to be the end of summer. So I think what I'll do is pull the smaller bag, that's my only bag of blackberries, and put these in the side door so I will use these over the next few months in my iced tea. Tomatoes technically a fruit, right? So this shouldn't be a problem for some, but in my mind, they're a vegetable. This is preserved from my garden. I also have 3 more quart bags, maybe 4, out in my deep freezer. I thought about stocking up more on tomato sauce, etc. You know how it is. But then I was like, no, I have all these tomatoes and I'm not going to do that. So pumpkin puree and pumpkin puree. So yeah, just 2 little skimpy bags of my pumpkin marinara. But it is good to know I have this pumpkin puree because I think I'll pull one of these and make some pumpkin spice chia seed pudding because you guys, I need to decorate for fall this weekend. That'll help me get in the mood. I'm going to put this guy back together. And then we'll go through the veggie bin. Well, I forgot all my blueberries. Oh, it's good to be blueberry rich. I have 0 regrets about that. Love my blueberries. Okay, I gotta get this stuff back in the freezer. It's been out here way too long. All right, so let's take a dig through the veggie bin and then I can put everything back. zucchini. I think I'll throw that in my pasta carbonara. I am making a sheet pan of kielbasa, so I'll throw some bits of peppers in there. This is the last little bit of that crazy delicata squash that I can't believe I was able to still salvage. A little bit of red pepper. These are all different herbs that I froze, which I dug out the dill the other day. It needs to go back in there. They're all in their own little Ziploc bag inside of one big Ziploc bag because you know how it is with herbs. All right, so some spinach. Oh, good, more zucchini. Don't need it right now, though. Mushrooms. Nah, not on the sheet pan. Green peppers, no. No, not today. Lots of sun-dried tomatoes, which I love. A tiny little bit of sugar snap peas, which need to go in a Ziploc bag. A lot of peppers on my sheet pan, why not? Jalapenos, chili, roasted dried tomatoes, tomato sauce, roasted tomatoes, another bag of regular tomatoes. There's ice in this one too. When I make the beef stir fry, I think I'll make some fried rice, and that is the perfect amount of mixed veggies to go in the fried rice. So that's the game plan. Now I've just got to get all these veggies put back in here. A little bit of onion. This is my emergency lemon. Everybody needs an emergency lemon. I should make ice cubes, but you know, goals. So now I've got to get all these bins back in the freezer, and then we'll take a look at the meal plan. All right, so everything's going back in, but I wanted to show you guys. Let me know out there if you have a Samsung freezer with very badly fitting shelves. And trust me, you guys, I have tried every shelf on every level, and they all fall right back off. You see? Like, it just does not fit. And it doesn't matter which shelf I try these on. This is the only one that is relatively secure, but not completely. And I jimmy rigged this a while back, and I've just been putting up with this one falling. And today's the day, you guys. Don't tell the post office. I had to cut a couple of notches for the little legs in these things. So anyone else that needs to MacGyver their frustrating freezer shelves, this side was kind of bendy anyway from the packaging. And, you know, down the road, I'll throw some contact paper on it so it looks nice. But for today, it is going in here like so. So the little legs are under the ledges, but whatever. Gonna win one way or the other. I'm winning the freezer game. Well, I have a lot more room, don't I? Kinda. It seems like it. I mean, I didn't mess with any of that. But down here, yes, I can see more light. That counts, right? It always feels good to pull these bins and go through them, assess what I really have, and make a meal plan. So my treasure hunt is complete. Now let's go over what I've got planned for the week. So guys, I did end up with one empty bin. That is huge progress. All this food I pulled out would more than fill that bin. So hopefully I get through all of that this week. I'm going to meal prep it up, so no reason why I shouldn't. And then I will put whatever I'm going to thaw out today for meal prepping tonight in my sink to thaw. It's 2:15 here right now. And the other items I'm going to put in this bin in the fridge because they're frozen. So you know how that is, they're going to get drippy. So here we go. So sheet pan, peppers and onions with the kielbasa sausage that is now buried in here. There we go. And I'm going to use some of those sweet potatoes that I harvested last January, maybe one or two of them on this sheet pan tray as well. Tonight, I am going to make the beef teriyaki, so that's going to go in the sink to thaw out. I also need to put a pan of rice on to cook. And then I'll be making fried rice with that. Probably regular rice tonight, a little fried rice tomorrow night. I've got the pumpkin puree in here to make the chia seed pudding. And I'm going to make some mac and cheese and throw this little bit of meat in there. That is mystery meat. I think it's ham. And I'm going to whip up some nachos as soon as I'm done making this video, you guys. I'm hungry and I haven't had nachos in a long time. Okay, the beans and the quinoa are going to get made into a salad along with this corn, cilantro that's in the fridge, and I'm going to marinate this chicken in lime juice and whatever else I have in one of those bottles over there. And then I'll probably make veggie burgers tomorrow, so those can go in the fridge for now. I'm going to make the pasta carbonara and put probably this as a side dish with it. And the pasta carbonara will take some peas, which I didn't have any in my bits and bites bin, so I'll be pulling those from the regular veggie bin. This is, I think, I don't know, soup, something, definitely looking like soup. Full on mystery food. I'm just going to leave that in the fridge just to see what it is and eat it in whatever format it ends up happening. And these black beans, oh, I didn't realize I had two, you guys. Well, okay. I like a lot of black beans in my salad, so that's perfect. All right, so sheet pan, black bean, corn, cilantro, salad, and chicken, chia seed pudding, some mac and cheese. I'll pull the box out of the pantry. My stir fry that's happening tonight, and some pasta. I'll make the pasta tomorrow. I'll make the cilantro salad tomorrow, and I'll probably go ahead and make this sheet pan dinner tonight, and better to do that while it's still frozen instead of all thawed out and mushy. This is all going in the fridge for prepping tomorrow. All right, home stretch. I've got my sheet pan pre-sprayed with Pam. Throwing all my veg on there. Boy, that's adding up. I love it. I didn't have to slice a thing. Well, I'm going to have to peel a couple sweet potatoes because I think those will really add to the flavor there. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a walk on the wild side, you guys, and use one of these dressing packets. This is from a chimichurri salad kit, which sounds weird to me. I always think of that as a savory flavor, but I think it'll taste terrific on these roasted veggies. At least I hope so. So instead of spending my expensive olive oil to get these ready for the oven, I am going to use up this dressing packet, and I'm going to give it a sprinkle of this lemon pepper from my condiment bits and bites. I don't know how well that's going to go with the chimichurri, but there it is. Just a toss, and then maybe salt it at the end after it's cooked. So I've got my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to slide these on the bottom rack. They'll cook for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to whip up my luncheon nachos, and they'll go on the top rack for probably about 15. On to the best part of the day, lunch. I bought these tortilla chips a couple of weeks ago at Aldi. Says they're good until August 28th. Taco meat. This is leftover plain Greek yogurt from Aldi that I've had a couple of months. It's a month expired, but it looks good, smells good, and I'm out of sour cream unless I thaw a tub out from the freezer, and I'm not going to do that because I am making every bit count. Nachos in 15 minutes. Well, these nachos look amazing. I can't wait. These shelves definitely need a good cleaning, so I'm going to give these a scrub,
give them a dry, and throw them back in the fridge along with the rest of the
So if you're
condiments.
like me and didn't pull in a mega harvest from your garden in August, here are the ways that I'm going at trying to make the most of this Every Bit Counts challenge and be a good steward of the food I do have. I hope you all enjoyed the video, maybe got a few good ideas, and I'll see you all on the next one.